have to hear again with layouts 10 and 11 for this month. I feel like that's the most layouts I've done in one month for a long time. So this challenging myself is fantastic. Today I'm challenging myself again. Those first two sketches, first one is from Paper Issues. It's their sketch for the month. And then the second one is from the Scrap Room. It's their throwback sketch for the month. And I decided it's going to be kind of a double layout, but kind of not. The pages are going to go next to each other in my album because they're pretty much similar, but I wanted them to be able to stand on their own as well. So I'm doing two different sketches, but obviously I'm going to be using the same kit that I made. And if you want to check out what all my kits were at the beginning of the month, you can go see that post. I will link it below. But I wanted to challenge myself and make it so it almost looks like it's a double layout, but they could stand on their own as well. So right now I'm trimming down the pictures because I know which ones I want where, or at least I think so. I was going to try and do the Paper Issues sketch first because I just need strips, and that way I know how much I have left of what for the other sketch that has the squares and almost like a grid style, and it uses a lot less paper, and I wanted to make sure I got the full 12 by 12 strips. So I'm cutting those first, and I trimmed down my photos thinking I was going to do 4 across instead of 3, but the photos I have are a little bigger than, and they can't really be trimmed down, so I end up ditching the 4th one, but it ends up going on the other page instead, and it works out to my advantage, which is really, it looks, I feel like it works a lot better than if I would have tried to cram it on the other page. So yeah, a lot of photos in both of these, but they're all of the same thing, and they didn't really warrant to have their own page, essentially. So just trimming all my photos now and trimming the strips down. And I realized as I trimmed that wood grain, a 12 by 12 strip, I was like, oh yeah, I was going to back the craft for that one with a strip. So I had to gut that really quick. So I had a border. And I don't know why I do this to myself. I always put the glue on the border instead of on the bigger paper, and then it sticks, and I always have to readjust. But anyway, I got it figured out. So I'm just lining up my pictures. And then going to start laying down my strips. And I'm sorry if you hear a giant rumbling. Apparently my cats are elephants, and they are running around upstairs above me. And that was really loud. So it's getting all my strips glued down, and then figuring out where I want my pictures. I decided I was fine with that multi-stripe not going all the way across. I kind of like that it doesn't, but it reaches across the photos. Good old corner punch. I haven't used that in forever, so I figured I would dig her out. And these two layouts are relatively simple for what they are, embellishments. Like, I didn't go too fancy. The photos really highlight everything. It was a lot quicker of a process this time, just because get more pages done, right? Get as many pages done as you can is the goal. And I can't believe that this is 10 and 11, and as I'm doing this voiceover, I've done 2 more pages since then. So that is a ton of pages. I can't wait to go through it all and show you guys what I have killed with my kits. I am impressed with myself, which is always a good thing. So got those down, now getting out my embellishments and figuring out what I want to do. I love these puffy stickers. I've always seen other scrapbookers use puffy stickers, and they always talk about how they love them. Oh my gosh, they're so fun just to like use and squish, and yeah. So I definitely want to get some of them on the page. I'm going to pop up the photos on some foam. And then I realized, yep, not straight at all. But once again, if it's not crooked, I probably didn't do it. The layout I made immediately after this one, I was having so much fun with it. I did mixed media, and I did a shaker pocket, and I did a cut file, and I did all these fancy things, and I got all done, and I was like, my picture's not straight. But it was down. Like, it was one of those where I adhesed and glued it, and yep, it was just, that's the way it was gonna be. All right, so getting out some things, got to grab a doily that I got from Joann's, and their little, is it called Miss Sparkle or something like that? She's got all these fun little things you can always find. They're all like $1 or $2. They're never more than that. And you don't get a lot usually of things, but there's quite a few doilies in there. I think it was $1.99. And they're white, so tuck the doily in. Did the subtitle down at the bottom. Trying to figure out, I have all these old like chipboard stickers or pattern paper stickers. Just trying to use up random stuff from my stash. I like that I tucked that doily in and got that lace on the bottom there. I ended up putting another piece of that lace up top just to kind of frame it. And I was like, oh yeah, I used a bunch of these chipboard stickers on another layout that I made this month, and I'm almost done with them, so I'm going to set them aside and hopefully use them up next month, because then I just use that loved as my title and kind of curve it around the lace. And then I just have, I think it's just 3 chipboard buttons are left. And sometimes I don't know what to do with chipboard buttons, but yeah. Tried to see if I could use any of these fun beachy, but they're more oceany, and they're very color specific, so they don't make it. A sticker in my family sticker book that says family traditions, and this trip became quickly a family tradition. Not the same place obviously every time, but just going on it. So I tucked that in there above the little subtitle down there that I framed with those cloud puffy stickers. And put that lace at the top, and that'll be the end of that essentially. All right, on to the second layout. So now that I know what I have left for my papers, I'm going to, I cut those photos all 3.5 by 3.5. I'm going to cut a 4-inch circle out of this paper, and then use the A and B side, and then that orange paper as well, and use the A and B side. My old school circle cutter. I love that thing though. Sometimes it doesn't cut all the way, or it might just, because you have to like pry the perfect amount of pressure the entire time you're doing it, and if you don't, yeah. And I remembered I wanted to use that wood grain for another layout yet. And so I set that aside, I trimmed it really quick and I set it aside because I knew I only needed 2 circles out of it, so. And so this is that other photo I'm trimming down that I was going to put in the other layout, and I didn't because it was going to be too crowded. And so I decided I'm going to fussy cut out his hand, and then it'll make it more of a 3D photo that is 3.5 by 3.5, but just a little bit bigger. But you won't notice as much because part of the part that is bigger than 3.5 is going to be fussy cut around his hand. So I thought it was a nice little touch, especially because I'm putting 4 photos on here. Obviously the sketch wanted you to leave room for journaling, but I mean, it's just pictures of us swimming. I did a lot of journaling, a lot of the other photos from the same trip that involved swimming and boating and paddle boating and paddle boarding, and so I figured not a lot of journaling's gonna need to go on here. They're just more pictures of swimming and having fun in the water. So trying to put a little bit of detail or around each picture, little tiny clusters. I wanted to include the leftover of this lace since it was on the other layout that it's its counterpart. And I loved the layered chipboard pieces, stickers, whatever you want to call it, that came in this. I got those tiny little tags from Joann's too, also a Mrs. Sparkler. I think that's what they're called. I need to figure that out. Tuck a little tag. I tucked a little lace underneath that too. Excuse me while I figure this out. Yeah, Ms. Sparkle and Co. That's what it is. But yeah, I got some craft tags and white tags from Joann's. They were having a sale. Oh, my head hit my camera, sorry. They were having a sale because they're changing out season sale. And so I got a bunch of paper for 5 cents. So I got some American Crafts. It's a little bit cheaper paper because but I got a lot of fun colors. Really good for cut files, I think, because there are a lot of multicolor papers. So yeah, and then I finally realized, you know what? I didn't like how he was reaching off the page, so I kind of switched him around, and I liked this a lot better. Now in hindsight, after watching this, I should have moved. My sister's throwing my son off the page technically, but I should have moved that, but it's okay. So just adding embellishments all over in little clusters, using more of those little words. Going through my sticker book to see if there's anything else I can think of that I can tuck in. They have these washi strips. So down by the picture of us with that little tag, I put pretty playful. I put silly and sweet up by my son and my sister holding him. And the subtitle on the other page was "Life with You is the very best." And that layered chipboard piece across the top of that one photo says "Made with Love." And I realized after I put that doily over, you can't really see the blue circle that's behind it. You can if you look at the page a little closer, I guess. It's kind of nice. It's a little pop of blue that comes through the doily lace. But yeah, there we go. That's it. So they're relatively simple, but they both go together, and I love them, and I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, check out the video of my other kits. I'm getting close to being done. I literally have one kit left, and I'm about to smash it the next few days. Thanks. Bye.